Someone once asked me, "Do you believe in miracles?" I vaguely remember rolling my eyes and giving a speech on how miracles, destiny, and fate were all unrealistic concepts of life. I said something about how I refused to believe that anyone other than me was in charge of what happened to me or my future. You see, I pride myself on being rational, very rational. So I never believed in miracles or anything like that simply because there has been no evidence that anything like that existed. But then one day I met someone who was so wonderful, so blissfully unaware of his amazement. And I know this isn't exactly rational, but I swear to God you could almost see the light from his soul coming straight out of his body. He was something that no words in the English dictionary could ever be enough to describe. And then I thought to myself, the universe is 13.8 billion years old in total. The estimation on how many people have walked this earth over the past 200,000 years is around 100 billion. Today's total of how many humans are on earth is around 7 billion. I'm not sure what you'd call it, fate or a miracle, or perhaps just the chance of luck, but I am so lucky to exist at the same time as him. Pat, my love, you and I are such a strange phenomenon. We went from strangers to a couple in a little over a month, and I knew you were something special from that very first day. It didn't take long before I realized that I really liked you. I was so interested in finding out more about you and figuring out how your mind works, and learning about all of the things that made you so special. We have always had a similar sense of humor and a lot of similar interests, and we share a lot of weird quirks and goofy things that make us fit so well together. You have even introduced me to new music, including our song. So much makes sense with you. It's like God or fate or something else higher up than me granted me the best chance at happiness I could ever imagine. You told me the story of your calcium seizure while we were skating and making fools of ourselves on our first date, and I don't know what made you want to trust me with such a wild tale about your life one date in, but I'm thankful that I got that little piece of your life so early on.
All right. Okay.
And since that first date with you, I have grown happier and happier each day. I have become a person who is more ambitious, more considerate, more intelligent, and more loving because of you. You have brought out the best in me and have brought me out of my shell. You have made me feel more confident and more beautiful than I have ever felt in all of my 18 years of life. I never could have imagined being the person I am today before I met you.
Stop videoing me. No. She's standing up. Oh, she's not up. That you're in love with me. Stop videoing.
You have shown me what true love is and what it means to love someone fully and unconditionally. You care for them at their best and at their worst. You try to give them your best self as much as possible. You make sacrifices and compromises for them. You inspire them to work hard and be the best version of themselves that they can be. And you value their happiness more than your own. I have learned through all of our days that our happiness together is so important, and that you have made me happier in myself than I've ever felt before. And sure, not every single waking moment of our relationship has been all happiness and sunshine. We've had our fair share of rough nights, a few disagreements and arguments, a few too many misunderstandings, and a few times when things have gotten difficult. We don't get along every second of the day, and we don't share the same exact views on every situation. Through all of it, though, through being separated every day, through not getting to talk and be together as much as we would want in an ideal world, we have stayed together and worked things out and had each other's backs 100%. And I have never gone to sleep without being reminded of how much I am loved. I could not be more grateful for a love like that. And overall, I know that I am not perfect, and I know that I screw up sometimes myself. I know that sometimes I fail to think rationally and shoot for the stars, and that sometimes I get worked up over the little things. I know that I am a perfectionist, and that I can get upset sometimes when things don't go my way, or exactly as I had thought they would. But I hope through every screw-up and every issue, you know that I love you more and more each day and would never do something to hurt you intentionally or intentionally cause a problem in our relationship. I will never be without flaws, but I want to be a better person and a better communicator because of you.
Like this, it was only a game. It was only a game. Which pier are we going towards?
Which what?
Pier.
We're gonna sit on the couch too, like next time. Just take your seats and each other. I'm so unhappy. What are you doing? Do it for her.
Know that when I am with you, or when I am talking to you, or when I see your name pop up on my phone with a heart next to it, I am at my happiest. I am content. Life is okay, the world is at peace. The stars have aligned and the calm has set in. Every little issue that is stressing me out or bothering me disappears for a second and allows the happiness that you bring me to set in.
Oh, so you're just gonna video me? Okay, cool.
I am so lucky to have someone who makes my day better with such a small act, and I could not ask for more than what you have given me in being that person. In you, I have found someone who challenges me, someone who tests my intelligence, my emotional stability, and my mind. Someone who pushes me to be the best physically and mentally, whether I feel like I need the push or not. You tell it like it is, whether or not I want to hear the truth. And honestly, I need that, and I am thankful that I have that extra push to be the best me on a daily basis. When I look into your eyes, Pat, I see all that I have ever dreamt of, all that I have ever wanted in a man and a best friend, all that I have ever wished for on a starry night or when the clock struck 11:11. Because of you, I have realized that a happy place is not a place at all, but a person. I have realized that we are brought into this world as a whole and are on a journey to become a greater whole with someone else, someone who will nestle their way into your heart without you even realizing it. I have realized that distance means nothing in the grand scheme of things. It does, in fact, make the heart grow fonder. I have realized that in life you have to pay attention to the little things, because in the end, they do become the big things. The small moments where I rest my head on your shoulder have become the moments I miss the most when we're apart. I have realized that love is not just a feeling, but a choice. You have to choose to forgive the other person when they make a mistake or hurt your feelings. You have to choose to let them eat the leftover food you had in the fridge even though you really wanted it. You have to choose to let them express their opinions even if you disagree. You have to make the decision to push through every hardship and every struggle in order to keep the happiness alive. I have chosen to love you because I fell in love with you a long time ago, and I will continue to love you through it all. We have made it this far, and I can't imagine a future without you in it. I cannot imagine a life in which you are not present, because I can easily picture the rest of my days filled with you dancing around the kitchen making chocolate chip banana pancakes. There is so much that we have going for us, and I am determined to see what life has in store. You are my everything, the light of my life. I love you more than I can put into words, and that love only grows as the days go by. Thank you for being the most amazing, thoughtful, kind person I know, and for expressing those qualities with me. I value you so much, and I love the love that we have built. You and I were meant to find each other, and I am so thankful that we did. I love you.